Right guys, it's 37 minutes past 12. We are leaving the usual fanning around. I think we'll opt for straight on this time. Aye, so we're leaving in the morning. One of my real, well, it's just one of these things, it's unbelievable. I've just got somebody there. It's the thing that J.K. Rowling sticking up for women is such a vacuous lie. She's not sticking up for women at all. She's sticking up for herself. She's not even sticking up for herself. She's just power mad for the sake of it. Instead of accepting the fact you've managed to make a lot of money selling a shit book for boys, why didn't you do one for girls? Well, because nobody was going to buy it, that's why. Harry Potter. And you know, at the end of the day, I shouldn't really care if somebody likes J.K. Rowling. That's up to them. Oh, it's really just a demonstration that they themselves are not very bright, I would say. Or I think there's a lot of people cursorily just sort of go with the flow with things like that. They don't really give it much thought, and they're happy enough just to allude to whatever's being pushed at them at that given moment, which is that by mainstream media. No. So it's one thing. There's a sort of weird battle coming into play, but yeah, no, she's not a good person at all, and she will be proved to be not a good person as time progresses and things become more clearer. But well, to some people she always will be alright, but I don't like her at all. I think she's horrible. She should actually be arrested, as far as I can see it. In Scotland we have hate crime laws that have been tightened up even more than in the rest of the Great Britain, and the component to it is instigating hate, so that would be what she's doing. It's highly unlikely she'd get arrested, of course, but that's what I would do, or I'd have her arrested. Yeah, for hate crimes. When you got some billionaire shoving her money around like that, manipulating democracy, interfering with shit, that isn't going to make any difference to her. It's not going to make any difference to anyone, actually. It's just causing hassle for people for no reason. And it's all already been sorted out with the European Court of Human Rights, and that is why it affects all of us. The European Court of Human Rights affects all of us, and it's something that's been around. We're in it. Unless you want to leave it, I can't see the United Kingdom leaving that. If you want to leave that, and I think that's what, when a lot of these sort of things, people go on about why is this politician not doing this, that, and that, they're forgetting to realise that a lot of times they're not doing these things. They'll say, like GB News will go on and say things, but the reality is that a lot of these actions would be actually illegal, and that's why they're not doing them. You know, so they're illegal. That's why even Sturgeon, despite the fact that she, you know, got herself tangled up in helping herself to a motorhome, knows it's illegal. Under the Gender Recognition Act 2004, you can't just like pretend it's all Jenkinson giving it Yahoo, yes. Right. So, you can't just like pretend these things don't exist anymore. Anyway, so that's us on the motorway. Aye, thanks for joining in. That's that. We hate J.K. Rowling. Well, I don't hate her actually. I just can't see how people can't see. And it's because this minority thing doesn't affect them, I think. And I'm the one that's going to be arguing with people in toilets, I suppose. And you're not going to have to bother about it, are you? So anyway, that's why. Yeah, that's why. You don't give a shit, do you? Because it doesn't affect you. No, it doesn't. But you have to look at the bigger picture. And if you want to send everybody back to the 1950s, go ahead. But accept the fact that includes everyone, not just a tiny majority of transgender people, right? It involves women, men, a whole load of people going back to the 1950s. Do you want to do that? No, you didn't, do you? Nobody does. Get your apron on. If you're a woman, shut your fucking gob. You know, you're not allowed to drive around in an Audi. Get fucking home, get pregnant, have some children and shut your fucking face. It might actually be better for you. It'd be better for your health anyway, because that's what you're supposed to do naturally. And that's what you have been doing for billions of years. But somehow or another you decided you don't have to do that. And that's where we're getting into transhumanism in the future. So this is not gonna, I'll be dead by then. But transhumanism, they will be able to pick and choose a wife or a mother or whatever they want, with 3 arms, maybe with 3 penises, who knows? They'll be able to choose it, and it's going to be, so unfortunately you women are going to be pushed out of the market because you're not competitive enough, essentially because you're not producing children to the rate that we need. You're not producing children, you're going to be gotten rid of because you'll be replaced by these robots. Is what I think is going to happen in the future. And certainly you won't be able to drive around in cars, vans and everything, because it'll all be automated. But who knows, I wonder what's going to happen in the future. Yeah, things like that. Technology will advance, and so you are fucking on shaky, your jacket's on a shaky nail, woman, right? You think it's AI is going to replace you? And it's not too much just the thing about the work environment. You're actually going to be replaced. They'll be able to clone yourself. You won't need a woman. Just get DNA or something. Be able to buy it. It'll be like somebody will come round with DNA, drop off a kit, and you'll be able to have children cloned in an incubator. And you won't need to have you won't have to put up with some daft women nagging you, will you? That's what's going to happen in the future. So we all look forward to that. No, we don't, because I'll be gone by then, right? So I'll be totally and utterly dead. But just think about things like that instead of falling backward idiots like fucking J.K. Rowling, who's just a blot in the landscape. Try to revert back to some useless bullshit for no fucking reason at all, other than just to be an interfering bastard. Like, you got loads of money, you made tons of money out of your fucking stupid book. Why don't you just fuck off and shut your face? It's the best thing to do. But you're not even a feminist. Well, she thinks she's a feminist. Feminism is the most backward fucking thing there is. It's like unbelievably backward. It's stupid. I'm a feminist. You fuck. You're a fucking clown. Right? So that's my talk on that nut. Right? That nut here. Okay? So I think that's enough. I'll try and think of something positive. Not that fucking witch. A68 after Pathhead closed. Somebody called her the Trans Finder General. That's actually quite funny because she is a bit of a witch, right enough. Because they went around looking for witches, you know, and then they did some unspeakable acts to them, and they were just like women who were just a bit strange, and that's what actually happened. Yeah. So it's bigotry and stupidity. Yeah, the Trans Finder General. Well, she can find me if she likes. I couldn't give a fuck. Silly cow. Right? You know, my life doesn't really affect me that much, but it's nice to have a good one. Right, thanks for watching. Bye.